All right, it's the finals for Friday Night Smite presented by Team Detonate GG, ladies and gentlemen. We have a best of three finals presented or with the teams of Resist Gaming and Magicis. Should be a good one. These two teams have played each other several times. I've casted several of their games, and they're normally really close competitive games. This time, I will not say that they should pick Geb because I see Geb as banned. And along with Serket, and Magicis has decided to go with the two hyper carries, Ao Kwong and Freya, as their counterbands.
And of course, what does that do? It leaves Kepri open, and Marauder is going to snatch it up immediately. No hesitation.
You know who Magicis should pick up instead of, they should pick up Geb. Because he's so good. No, he's banned. I know this. All right, then we're done with that. We're done with that. Okay, so Magicis picking up the Sun Wukong instead. Kepri is a very, very strong Guardian right now. Hoonbots is going to be pretty much just insta-locked. Was like, yep, give me the Hoonbots. Very strong team fight.
I love seeing the Hoonbats come out. I love seeing Hoonbats come out. I feel like that is a character that has been neglected, we should say, in the last little bit of this split. He's kind of been forgotten by the pros. I don't know if he just kind of fell out of flavor or not, but I like seeing him picked up here. Good on Magicis for bringing him back.
Yeah, I mean, Hoonbots is a great team fight god oriented. I mean, he can do a ton of things, especially with Blink still not quite being nerfed like it is going to be in a week. So until that Blink 1 gets nerfed to no longer 90 seconds, it's going to be a little bit difficult trying to contain him as soon as he hits level 5. Bellona going to be looked at right now, hovered over. Isis is going to be locked in for Pomponius. He's a great Isis player for sure. I've seen him go against Lazes many times, and they always have a good time battling out in the mid lane. Fearno is going to be going into, he's the ADC, but he's going to lock in what looks to be, but imagine this will be Bellona jungle. They might choose to go solo again, though.
Bellona against Sun Wukong can work pretty well. There are some other matchups that Sun Wukong can be dealt with in. However, to say that Sun Wukong loses to anybody is kind of questionable. I do think, just like we said in the semifinal game that just ended, I do notice that Resist is once again going for those S-tier picks once more, as Sinosure locks in Nuwa to move into the second banning phase. Nuwa, of course, has that global ultimate, lots of burst damage coming in from her minion and the Fire Shard.
But this is where I know Ninja normally plays. He's been playing the mid. I don't know if he's still playing mid for Magicis, and I know he's a great Isis player. That's why they also took it away from him if he is still playing the mid lane. But just Nuwa in general, I mean, she's a good god, but I just don't. When you have a Giannis available still, or when you have these other gods that are up there, when you got such big presence in your team fights, such as Hoonbots, maybe getting that Giannis or getting that Poseidon Kraken would be viable, but. Looks like Nuance gonna be she's a very flavor pick right now. I should say that's kind of the wording I should use. Just in my personal eyes, hasn't performed to the point where I'm like, we've got to pick Nuance all the time in every game, but hasn't really been like to the factor where you don't need to pick her. Just feel like she needs a little bit of help.
You're absolutely right. We do have the second stage of bans coming out. Magicis opts to ban out the Cabrakan, while Resist Gaming is going to go after the Athena, taking another Guardian off the board for...
Oh, rip that game.
Notes. Wow.
Well, that game... All right, guys. Apologize for that little mishap right there. Apparently, they just had to remake the lobby real fast. A little bit of a DC issue going on in lobby. Nothing going on. So we're pretty much at the same point where we were in the picks and ban stage. Got right back to it for you all, so you can see what's going on in this game. Again, best 2 out of 3 finals. Razor's Gaming versus Magicis Gaming. We were talking about the new pick earlier. How I feel she needs to bring a little bit more to the table, and that's kind of when we got booted out. But it looks like the bans were Kabrakan, as Epic pointed out, and the counter ban was Athena, I believe, on Resist. And Caden is going to lock in Chablake.
That's right. I like seeing the Guardian deprivation going on. You can't really ban out more of the ADC pool to get it to where Magic Eyes can't pick their ADC around it, because after all, they've still got to leave somebody like Rom open for Fearno to play.
Rom's Bay.
So,
I mean, I'm like, that's all I have to say about that pick, is just lock it in. Like, Rom's the best hunter in the game. That's my opinion. I don't care what anyone else says. Don't you do it. Don't you run the B. Don't you do it. Don't do it. I hate that skin. I hate that voice pack. That voice pack is so... Oh my god.
And we have Fenrir and Alphas and Cobb locked in to finish out the Resist Gaming roster.
So what this does right here, for anybody that's not seen AMC or doesn't know what he is, because he's a god in the game that never gets played, but he's getting played today, so we have to talk about what he actually does. He's a very push-heavy god that's auto-attack based, that doesn't have an opportunity to turn and run. He pretty much has to turn and fight any scenario. He's very gankable, but the Khepri should keep him alive with the shield, or with the with his passive, and with Khepri's 2 able to go ahead and give him some protections as well. The fact is that this lane is going to be so... It doesn't, like Sylvanas, the pickup by Sylvanas right now as their guardian means nothing to the push that Fearno and Valentine are going to have in this lane. Fearno's Honey and Fearno's 2, his bees, will be able to clear up the swarm. Along with Khepri's 2, we'll be able to clear out that wave in no time at all, really pushing in this other duo lane.
I'm excited to see this game. We are going to see the Bologna going up against the Sun Wukong, and I can't wait to get into it.
Yeah, it's going to be a lot of fun. The God trading is going on right now. The launching is starting. The timer should get ready to begin here. So we got about 3 minutes, 180 seconds until we walk into this. Any last tidbits of thoughts before we hit the pause screen and get ready to knock out this game?
Keep an eye on that duo lane.
Yeah, that's about it. I'm thinking the same thing. So give us a few minutes, ladies and gentlemen. We will be right back with the game 1 of a best of 3 finals featuring Razor's Gaming and Magic Eyes. Okay, my name is Freight Train, and I am co-casting these finals with Epip over here, and we are ready to rock a roll in this best of 3 finals featuring Racist and Magicis. Some boards coming out early by the boys in red, just trying to get some control. Again, that same blue board we saw by Resist last time, going over there just to see where they're at as far as the start goes, and also placing a ward by the speed buff. We've seen this now twice in their games, and so it seems to work. It worked out for them last game, so we'll see how Magicis responds and see if they're able to. They got their own little vision.
We have red pots coming out on 3 of the members who will be occupying the right side of the map at the beginning of the game. Bologna on Marauder opts not to go into the red potion.
Yeah, I got you. That definitely makes sense over there. The red potion is going to be kind of viable over here. So before the game starts, we'll run through the rosters really fast. You already know the boys in blue, but I'll go over it one more time. Marauder, Bologna is going to be on the solo lane. Skeledon's going to be on the Fenrir jungle. Pomp will be on the Isis mid lane. Ballantyne supporting on Kepri. Fierno will be on top of that AMC, and I can't wait to see the B in action.
Magicis is going to opt for the Paradigm start over here with Kaden on the Sun Wukong. Sun Wukong is actually, yeah, she's up there. Sinosure on the Hunbats in the jungle. Ninja Sniper on Nuwa mid. And the dual lane will be Pool Shark and Benny Q on Sylvanas X-Ball.
Yeah, Benny Q over here, definitely. I mean, these are players we've all heard of if you've seen any ranked games and spectated or, you know, gotten any sort of streams that are high-level players. These are all there. The pull comes into the dual lane. It looks like Fierno wasn't in a great position to do too much, but Poke coming out, hits a couple auto attacks. There goes another one. He's just kind of doing the pull comes in by Pool Shark, though. Ballantyne takes a tower poke, and Benny Q able to get a couple autos in. He uses the 3 to dash in. Raging Jaguar not doing a lot of damage as maybe the shield that came up from Ballantyne's passive, but Pool Shark in a really bad position, but he has heals and he is Sylvanas, so he should end up getting in this lane fine. But this is what I talked about. This is what is good. This is what I said in the pregame. This lane is going to get shoved under tower. There is nothing that this other duo lane can do about it.
You're absolutely right. The clear from Fierno is just too strong at this stage of the game. I do like seeing the attempt at counter aggression coming out from Benny Q. I think that was well played to put Ballantyne on the defensive and push him out of the tower. And I think that it had to have saved Pool Shark from First Blood. Otherwise, Fierno and Ballantyne would have just dove that tier 1 tower.
First Blood might go the way over here of Marauder, though. Again, as he gets it, shield bash is good. Marauder will end up taking the life of Kaden. Just took too many archers, did he, get there? Used the Great Ox for him to be able to knock up the bludgeon, but didn't matter. Again, the archers is too much, and Teleport 1 instantly bought and is going to be instantly used to get him back into the fight so he doesn't lose any more creeps. But First Blood going to the way of Bologna. She is level 4. Scourges the wave, trying to lifesteal. Has to make sure she doesn't get hit too much. There's the Tiger Stun out, and Kanan might be trying to fight this off a little bit, but Marauder does have to be careful as he is level 5 and, well, still taking a little bit of poke, but the potion should keep him in a decent position.
I like seeing the Bologna stick around. She didn't immediately fall back behind the wave. She was trying to clear and counter-aggress on the Sun Wukong. He wasn't able to get enough damage off to drive her out of lane either, so I think that was a win for Marauder.
Oh, yeah, absolutely right there. And speaking of trying to be sneaky, Mr. Jungler over there on the really cool Fenrir skin, if you take a look at that I'm kind of hovered over they got going on, was trying to gank duo lane. Nothing really came of it right there, but the back harpies will be done by Fierno and share with Ballantyne. So they're doing this, a little bit different, like where they're going back and forth. They're able to shove the wave and get back harpies pretty much for free without losing anything else, as here comes Sinosure, as he's level 5. He does not have a blink up, kind of hanging out in the middle there. Again, this is the weakness of AMC. He's level 5. He has no escape. If they decide to go on him, he could be in trouble, but choosing the ladder, maybe looking to go ahead and go to the mid side now.
I don't know if I like the choice of Sinosure. He seemed to hang around there an awful long time and not get any experience or any kind of farm for his trouble. He didn't go in, and over here on the right-hand side, you notice the Fenrir is doing the same thing, but he's going to dip in here and make sure to pick up experience from the wave.
Yeah, now they're going to go after the blue buff right here. It's a really good call out. You know the blue's available, and this is what I was talking about earlier. Hey, you know the jungler's not there because you see them attacking the mid wave. They're not going to be there. You can easily take this blue, and the support will come over now. Oh, did the monkey get it?
Monkey did not get it. It does go the side of blue. You can See that Bologna
Yeah, it
is
did,
going
yeah.
to pick it up. Murata does get the blue buff away from Caden.
Yeah, Sacred Monkey almost got it. Really good attempt, though, by Sino. Sure, I got to at least admit that part. Man attempt for it. Bludgeon's going to connect on the wave. These two solo laners going to be fighting it out for a little bit longer. Really, first blood not going to mean too much. I mean, about 200 gold differential between the two. Only thing positive that Bologna has going for her is that, again, forced out that teleport really early. So about 90 more seconds till Sun Wukong can back safely and get back into the...
That's right. We're looking for a certain magical number to appear for those boots, and Bologna's getting awfully close to it. If we could check how much gold that they have in hand, we can look at that.
Yeah.
She's already got plenty.
Yeah, she's got plenty for that, and also teleport if she wants to get back into the lane quickly as possible. So sitting at about 2,200 gold is the Bologna. She's going to get this blue buff, and honestly, she's so healthy. She has no more pots, and she still might go ahead and stay for another wave, getting the second blue buff, and she might back with near 3k gold in one back.
I would stay for, well, at this point, with a fresh blue buff around my belt, I would stay for a couple different waves. I would go ahead and stick it out and see what happened.
She's going to back right here with about the 2,300 gold in hand, deciding to push the wave in. We'll probably buy teleport really quickly, get her boots online. We see that there from the Bologna as Sun Wukong tries to clear what's going in there. Goes in a level 1 Mystical Mail. Iron Mail is going to be there, so that will turn into a Mystical more than likely. TP's right back into it, doesn't miss a single creep, and Marauder is back into the wave. Perfect timing by him, and he'll easily be able to clean it up and get right back to farming.
I like that move. I like opting into the armor. Bologna, of course, is going to do a pretty good job of keeping even with the Sun Wukong's
Beardo is in trouble on the left-hand side. They use so much on him. The Blink ultimate comes in by Sylvanas will able to secure it. Pool Shark is just going to hang out underneath the tier 2 tower. Nothing that the tree is going to be able to do. That all started with a initiate by Hoombots. Was able to get an ultimate off on top of Fearno. Again, the AMC has nothing he can do. He uses beads 1 out there. Wasn't really able to escape it, but came out under tower with his life. But Pool Shark just blinks in and gets the kill.
We see the Sacred Monkey coming out onto the mid lane. Pomponius is in trouble and will fall to Cynosure picking that one up. And they're looking to push this mid lane and get some of these creeps under the tower. And there's nothing that Skeleton can do to resist this.
About a second too late on the circle of protection was Pomp right there. Just should have used it a little earlier, but he was in Wingus form. Probably really didn't have the frames to go ahead and do it, honestly, as right now the boys in red are moving over to this right-hand side, trying to make sure that Marauder doesn't get too much more of a push. Ballantyne's kind of hanging out here in the mid lane by the Harpies, waiting for these camps to start. Ninja Sniper using the clouds to kind of just ghost away as him and his support will go ahead and just take up the wave in mid. And then let's take
Eagles
a look.
Rally came out to stop the bird form out of Caden and secure a kill over here on the right-hand side.
Yeah, I mean, if that's going to end up happening, bird form on the right-hand side going to get picked off. That's amazing. I mean, bird form's really quick and hard to hit, but blue buff was dropped at the same time, so I don't see Caden able to pick that up, but the back is stopped. Marauder says no free backs for you.
Now, Caden does have his teleport available if he spawns in time, so he could get to the blue buff possibly in time. We'll see if
He's trying
to opt for it.
He gets into Tiger versus board for and he gets it. Caden, the god, gets the blue buff. Every solo laner's like, man, I was running. I was trying. That's like that airport when you're like late for your flight and it's like delayed and you have to run across the airport. You're like, crap, am I going to make it or not? And that's what Caden was doing right there. Caden was like, I need to get this blue buff. Like, I'm going. So, I mean, he made a hell of a trip right there to get that buff, and he got it, though, at least. As the mid lane is just getting some more farm being pushed in. 3-2, read the kills right now. Nothing too much going on. The graphs are up and down like the mountain. 2,200 experience lead. Well, it just went down a little bit to about 2K. To about 1,100 gold is the difference right now for the blue team. So they're a little bit ahead again. Resistance does such a good job of farming the map.
You're absolutely right. You see that all of the jungle caps are on cooldown on the bottom half of the map. Top half, speed buff is going to get dropped. And same thing, Magicis is also farming very efficiently. Those back camps just spawned. Isis was looking like she was going to go for it. Decides to come back to mid lane. 2 members of Magicis are waiting there. They're just going to kind of stare at each other from across the way.
Fiono's got to be careful. Sylvanas does have Blink available. Ultimate is up as well. This could be the initiation they want, but creeps are there. Benny Q will try to go ahead and clear those out, but Fiono, again, just funny. Everything dies. Oh, he's got a couple more auto attacks in. I wonder what he is leveling his swarm, so using because some AMCs like to level their honey first versus their swarm. It's kind of weird. I know every AMC player has their like little in and outs of. It's such a unique god that doesn't get played very much. Pomponi is trying to steal the buff, able to get a spirit ball off to connect on Ninja Sniper for a little bit of poke, but really about all that's going to end up happening there. Again, Sylvanas still has a Blink ultimate available. Valentine did just use his dash. If they're quick on this, they might be able to make a move, but looks like they want to elect to go in on that.
Over here in the right-hand lane, Marauder is able to force Caden into the ult. That's going to be crucial. That ultimate is going to be down for the next 105 seconds. And you know that Marauder knows that timing.
Yeah, he definitely knows that timing as a solo laner. He's definitely played Sun Wukong. He understands what's going on. Eagles Rally not going to be available just quite yet. It's on cooldown for about 40 seconds remaining. So, but Marauder's definitely got this lane under control. Really just kind of taking advantage of it. I mean, he's played so well all day. Here comes the Fear No Evil. Wrath of Terror going to come out as well. Circle Protection. Spirit Ball connects. Pomponi is going to be in trouble. The silence not good enough as he's going to fall down. Here comes Ragnarok. Going to find somebody. Is the big guy, but the tree won't do any damage. Marauder will end up cleaning up the kill with the Scourge on top of Sinosure, and he's going to go down. And here comes the stun coming out from Fenrir, and that's going to get cleaned up as well. Marauder will take another double kill. I feel like Marauder just last hits all the kills. He's like, mine, and mine. And he just ends up with 4 kills
the whole time too.
Yeah, I mean, kinda, I feel like it's a little bit there. Oh, there goes a big chunk of damage on top of Ninja Sniper. Fiono able to get it off with the dots, and Marauder's in the back line trying to get rid of Benny Q. He's in a little bit of trouble, half HP, low mana. Benny Q trying to do something about this. The stun comes out from Skeledon, and then the one into the brutalized combination is just too much for the ADC. He'll end up falling, and nothing can happen but mid Harpies. And they're kind of low. I don't think they're going to end up going to Gold Fury here unless they regroup and bait it out.
Yeah, I don't see the Gold Fury coming out. I think the purple buff is a safer bet. ISIS is taking the back camps. Again, Resist Gaming is just efficiently farming this map. They got the kills and they decided on their way back to safety, they're going to go ahead and clean up the map while they're at it.
Yeah, I mean, again, that's a 5,000 experience lead into a 2,700 gold lead, almost 2,800 gold lead. It's just not something, yeah, you can be down XP. A lot of the times, again, you don't see that chart that high, though. You normally see players, oh, wait, they got more gold than us because of whatever reasons, but, you know, the XP's kind of close. But this chart right here is really just showing that Resist Gaming is just on another level of farming efficiently. Magicis by no means is out of this game. They have a very good team composition. They've got the Sun Wukong. They've got Hoombots who can really disrupt the team fight. They've got the Nuwa who eventually at some point is going to pick up some damage items and really be a havoc in the late game. But Marauder right now sitting with this mystical male, just there's nothing Caden can really do about it.
The big thing for me is that Shablanque, played by Benny Q, is currently 600 gold down from his lane opponent. That's going to be pretty damaging for and he falls again to the Pomponius on the ISIS.
Circle of Protection came down. Now Wingus is coming out. Pool Shark is in trouble, and well, he'll just end up going down as Pomp will clean up his double kill, and he'll take his first 2 kills of the game as he's falling down. Now here comes the Gold Fury attempt. Spear Ball is going to connect on top of the Hoonbots. Wingus coming out. Big damage. Fear No Evil going to click on Pomp. He's about half HP. They'll get the Gold Fury, but they might lose Pomp in return of this. There goes the Kepri ultimate. You can't touch Pomp anymore right now. He's got to get out of this. He'll win Gus's way. Fear No's going to go ahead and pick up the kill on the left-hand side. Sinoshore's in a little bit of trouble. He has no jump available. There's the grab. There's the Fenrir leap. That's the stun combination. That's right there is going to be the kill. And then F6 surrender vote has started for Magicis Gaming. I normally don't like to see it this early, but we've said it before last week, and I'll say it again this week. When you have a best of 3, you might have just got out-drafted in Game 1. You always have Game 2 to fall back on to try to at least win it and force a Game 3.
I agree. I don't know if I would let the F6 go through if I were playing right now. I might see where we are at about the 20-minute mark, because after all, as you said before, this is a late game team composition coming out of Magicis. I might want to see what we can do in the next 7 minutes.
Yeah, I mean, you have Benny Q who's on that Shablanque. It looks like Caden's just a wing gust. Ooh, the silence a second late by Pomp. Bird form just too quick, but I don't think Marauder's going to let this fly. Actually, he will as Instead, he's going to elect to just, well, him and Pool Shark will just look at each other. Nothing really going down there.
Unexpectedly, Marauder is going to let that blue buff go. Pool Shark is going to be able to
I think he knew
it.
that the Hoonbots was around there and had some. He didn't really want to fight. He was kind of low mana. It's not really a scenario to be in for no reason. Right now, this Fenrir pick though, this is that god that just does a little bit of everything. He gets kills, he gets assists, doesn't really die a lot of the times, and like he's just Skeleton's playing it perfectly up to the point 3-0 and 6 of the stat line. Been a part of 9 of the kills of the 11 kills that they have total, and I mean you can't really ask for anything better. As Pomp's Spirit Ball is a little bit short-lived right there, but he'll still pick up the experience at least.
Very good effort over here, and you see the Skeleton not only being part of all but 2 of his team's kills, but also being a part of most of these jungle camps as they're taken down. His farm is incredibly efficient. He's got 3 levels ahead of the Hunbats on the opposite side, and he's up about 1,700 gold.
Yeah,
a large amount.
Definitely going a little bit crazy over here. There's a 3-man rotation on the right-hand side. Blink through by Sylvanas. Nothing going to happen over there. Valentine will end up getting stuck for a second. Nothing they can do about that. This Bologna build is super tanky. She's going to Eagles rally in. Bologna will end up trying to take him out, but Duwal takes to the sky, and left-hand side, Fearno was able to take out one, but got taken out himself by the Shablanque. But right-hand tower looking to fall versus this 3v1, and Ragnarok might be forced out here, and it is, and he'll grab Pool Shark, and right now this Sylvanas is going to be in a little bit of trouble. The bug is able to root it. The Khepri is there, and now Pomp is just wing-gussing his way through the minions, and the damage is just too strong. At this point in time, that bandage is just, they're not able to really keep the bleeding down right now as they just lost their tier 1, and they're just losing people left and right.
Over on the other side, Shablanque goes ahead and pushes his advantage, takes the tier 1, while the members of Resist are looking to take this tier 2 and possibly Caden with it.
Well, there's 3 members up and available that are there. Ninja Sniper's there. He's got the clay minions. He'll throw them out there. He'll try to throw the shards. That's going to be 1. Pomp's going to use circle protection. Ninja Sniper will take him down. There's the Fenrir stun. He's going to do damage. Brutalize is available. Big damage coming out to Ninja Sniper. He'll fall. The beads are better on Skeleton. Slice. Oh, there goes the Hoonbot. Sino sure was able to collect it. Was able to teleport over. Now he's a little bit of trouble. Valentine's in a 2v, or they're in a 2v3 scenario. Kepriel is up. If they do choose to go on Marauder, he could fight this with the Kepriel. The Kepriel is up and available right now. The stun comes out. They don't want to fight Marauder at this point. They know it's down, but there it is. Just 5 seconds has passed. Marauder will end up falling to the dot damage. Bologna was not able to fall in time to get rezzed. And now Valentine is just going to flutter away like the bug he is. But the blink past Valentine is going to be a little bit awkward, and there's the root, there's the ultimate coming out. Shablanque trying to catch up with Rising Jaguar, and Valentine will end up falling.
And it's important to note that Shablanque just picked up 2 more kills along with killing Fearno, or not Fearno, he didn't kill Fearno, he got another kill over on the left-hand lane before that. And that's half of his passive already full in 1 engagement.
Yeah, the Shablanque is definitely up and running right now with his Transcendence build. He's got a ton of power online. He's definitely going to be a force to be reckoned with right now. Caden just trying to get the farm anywhere he can. He's in the duo lane hitting things because he can't fight the Bologna right now. Speaking of can't fighting, Benny Q is like, I can fight you, Pomp. You can't fight me, as the stun misses and Brutalize will not connect. Circle Protection was used in that altercation, so that's going to be down if they try to go for a Gold Fury. But with everyone from Magicis backing, I don't think this is going to matter. This might be free.
Well, you do have to notice that Ninja and Pool Shark
they
are
stayed
hanging around that area.
Yeah, they kind of
Pool Shark
stayed.
is looking to ward. No, he doesn't have a ward on him.
The stun is good. Ragnarok is better. What a great use of zoning right there. Ragnarok was up, knowing no beads were available on top of the support. Nothing was going to come out of that. Uses Ragnarok as a zoning tool. Picks him up. Fearno able to go ahead and just auto-attack the Gold Fury down. Able to secure it. Then they were able to pick up the kill on top of the other support. Bull Shark is
very well
2 and
executed.
5. Yeah.
It was very well executed by the members of Resist Gaming, focusing all on their objective, which was the Gold Fury, and as you said, using that Ragnarok as a zoning tool is something that we don't see often.
Like we're seeing what's going on over here. Looks like Caden's going to use the Oxform to get out of there. Doesn't want to be part of the 4-man rotation that is on the blue side of Resist Gaming. Right now, like you said, this is a 4-man rotation of grouping that we see, as both ADCs are the only ones that are kind of left out in the open. And right now, Resist is winning the 4v4 fights.
I think a big part of that is that they keep getting an early pick, turning that into a 4v3, and then they're able to press the numbers advantage for the rest of the fight. And even when the Xbalanque is able to rotate over, even if he gets a kill onto Fierno and forces that, he's always just a hair too late and not able to do enough against the numbers game to make that critical
The numbers,
difference.
they might try to even it out here. 4v4 is the call right here. Ultimate comes out. Wrath the Terror is going to connect on 2. He's going to get the Fierno is going to be in the backline. There's auto attacking his way. Circle Protect is going to do enough to heal up Fenrir back up. The Spirit Ball's better. Brutalizer is going to connect on top of Sinosure. It doesn't really matter. They're getting pulled back as Ben EQ as he got silenced out, trying to auto attack his way out of it. Bologna's on the backline supporting, and that's the F6 as they were going to end up probably getting decided in that engagement. Valentine might have fallen, but he did have ultimate. Would have probably used that on himself in that scenario to res himself, and really was a bad look right there. Just I think that first blood kind of spelled that Marauder really had control of the lane, and from there they just ended up getting pushed a little bit too much. Fierno was a big factor at 5-2, but Bologna at 7-1 really had control of that map the whole time.
Yeah, I think that that Marauder getting out of control was definitely a factor, as was Skeleton. Skeleton was present all over the map. He did have that number advantage that I called out earlier, and he was able to make those crucial ganks and be in the right places. They were able to read the map and know the rotations in such a way that they were able to capitalize on it.
Yeah, well, that's going to be the end of Game 1. That's going to go to Resist Gaming. Game 2 is already queued up from what I understand. Guys, give us a few minutes to get into that, and we will bring it to you live here shortly.